Hello, my name is Dr. Christel von Ernhard von Liechtenstein Ludwig. I am documenting the following events for scientific purposes. Now I realize that you may not believe in what most people call a superhero, but perhaps that's because you've not been able to see them. You see, we have recently been aiding a man with an unusual condition, and by we, I mean the international researchers of paranormal and/or unusual events, have taken it upon ourselves to find out how exactly this man became invisible. Now we like to call this man Mr. Clear, for the protection of his true identity. And you see, though Mr. Clear enjoys saving people like you and me every day, he hasn't a clue as to how it is that he can fly, and how it is that he became invisible. He, as well as the international researchers of paranormal and/or unusual events, would like to get to the bottom of the extremely supernatural happening that is Mr. Clear. Steps in solving the mystery of Mr. Clear is solving the mystery of his origin. Mr. Clear was born in Cinnamon Valley, Arizona, on a bright and lovely Sunday morning.
He was a normal child. Nothing was ever wrong. Nothing.
Until
what?
Until that one day when he...
Hey, Dad, can you pass the gravy?
What were you eating that night?
Well, chicken, potatoes, biscuits, and gravy. But he disappeared before the gravy got to him.
What happened next?
We heard his voice and he said,
Come on, Dad, pass the gravy.
So, he was there, but you just couldn't see him. Very interesting. Now I suppose you'll be wanting to see, or rather meet, Mr. Clear. But before we continue, we have a few more people to ask questions of. Did you know Mr. Clear?
Yeah, I knew him. We used to be best friends before he became invisible.
Look at those kids, they're killing each other!
Woman, be quiet, I'm being interviewed. Margaret, come back inside now.
Can you recall what happened that night, before he disappeared?
Yes, I believe I can.
I own my own athletic supporter!
I just wish you weren't such a liar, that's all.
Ha!
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 Ha! Ha!
Ha! Ha! Ha! Ha! Ha!
Mr. Clear?
Char,
Where are you?
up here.
How'd you get up there?
I don't know, it just happened.
Then what occurred next?
I was flabbergasted, truly astonished by what I'd just seen. When I left, he was sitting down to dinner.
Would you like more coffee?
Quit bothering us, woman!
Fine,
No!
then!
So,
What was the last card played by Mr. Clear?
well, actually, I happen to have it on me.
What could it mean, I wonder? Follow me. We have more people to talk to.
So what do you want to know?
Yes, we'd like to know.
You too saw Mr. Clear the night before he disappeared. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Tell me what happened that evening.
It was right after school, and that sap was sitting on a swing, and it wasn't even swinging! Sidekick number 1 and I stared him down, giving him the evil eye. Then I said, "Hey pal, I think you might be on my swing. You might want to get off before I crush you." Then sidekick number 1 yelled with great enthusiasm,
Yeah, who do you think you are? Yes, great enthusiasm.
"It was so spectacular. I applaud you."
Yes, I know.
Then he said,
I'm sorry.
and he started to walk away. I was about this close to crushing his skull. Crush him. But his stupid friend Charlie came and picked him up. I've been waiting to fight him ever since the 5th grade. If only I could see him, and especially if he couldn't fly.
Villain number 1, do you have superpowers?
Of course I do. I'm super fast, I can pick up cars, and I can float.
I believe he meant to say fly.
Whatever.
And he can give other people powers too, if he looks at them hard enough. That's how I got so fast.
She's right.
What do you mean, looks at them hard enough?
Why, like this, of course.
Villain number 1, isn't that the same look you gave Mr. Clear?
The look? The look? The look? I? You mean I?
No. Oh no.
I believe you meant to say yes. Another piece of the puzzle solved, but something's missing. How exactly did our Mr. Clear become the very definition of his name? Nancy!
Yes, Doctor.
Please, grace us with your presence for just a moment.
What can I do for you?
Nancy, how long have you been Mr. Clear's nurse?
Well, after old Miss Windsor passed away, it was about 5 years ago, so I've been his nurse for about 5 years.
And did Nurse Windsor tell you anything before she passed away? Anything like a secret about our Mr. Clear?
There was this one secret. Shh, don't tell anyone. It was a secret where, okay, they started calling the animals, her animals,
Nancy!
Animorphs. Okay? Because
Nancy!
they started eating.
Nancy! Please, just get Mr. Clear for us.
Sure thing, Doctor.
In just a moment, Nurse Nancy will get Mr. Clear. It's the moment you've all been waiting for. At last you get to meet Mr. Clear.
Doctor. Doctor.
Yes, Nancy, please, come in.
What can I do for you? Yes.
Mr. Clear?
Oh, yes, Mr. Clear. Come here, right this way.
Welcome, Mr. Clear.
Hello, Dr. Crystal.
By now, Mr. Clear, you've seen the previously interviewed tapes for this documentary. Is that correct?
Yes, Dr. Crystal. That would be correct.
And were the accounts accurate?
Yes, everything was accurate. Except for one small detail.
One small detail? Like what?
Well, when my father said...
But he disappeared before the gravy got to him.
Well, that was true. But I had some gravy with my chicken before I asked him to pass the gravy.
What do you mean?
Well, I guess they didn't notice. I already had gravy on my chicken. I just wanted some more.
Gravy was a part of the equation. What does it mean? What does an Uno card, an evil eye, and gravy mean?
Well, Doctor, really the only thing that makes sense here is the evil eye. I mean, come on, the Uno card is just colored paper. And the gravy, well, it's just all gravy, baby.
Dang it, Nancy, you're right.
Doctor, that meant so much to me. I mean, no one's ever said I was right about anything. Thank you, Doctor.
Hello? Oh, Governor, of course. Yes, right away. Mr. Clear, that was the governor. He says that the world is in grave danger and needs your help right away.
Well then, please excuse me.
Follow me. Well, my friends, this documentary now comes to an end. We solved the mystery of how Mr. Clear can fly, that being by way of villain number one's evil eye. But as to how Mr. Clear became invisible, well, that remains unseen.
Midnight train, came hauling in the rain. You tell by